Cancer. This is going to be your March through April 2020 reading. I hope you guys are having a fantastic and safe, almost first quarter of the year. If you guys watched my August reading, I talked about how there would be something really crazy going on toward the end of 2019, and we're here. We're here. So, I mentioned in some of the other videos, I think we'll get a break in June, it'll go through to September, and then September gets a little dicey. So that's where we are. Alright, Cancer, what's going on with you? Hanging on. You're in a rough patch, and you are really finding it hard to concentrate on your goals, find your safe spaces. It's just kind of all over the place. You're trying to do the things you know work. Maybe you have meditation or deep breathing or thinking before you speak. But I think you're just kind of off your game during this period, finding it really, really hard to be patient with people. You feel like people are just driving you nuts. They're giving you stupid answers. They're not thinking. They're not doing what they're supposed to do, and it's pretty much driving you Fruit Loops. You really want to tell them that you think they're ridiculous. And without even saying anything, by the way, people are picking up on this energy. They can tell that you are kind of aggravated. So I think you want to try to resist the urge to let all of that out. Don't let it all out, Cancer. I've pulled this card for the last 3 signs, which were Sagittarius and Capricorn. You are now the 3rd. If that means something to you, if it doesn't, but you're really struggling to do this. This is not also this card, and they were shuffled a year from now. I mean, of course, a year from now we'll all be in better spirits, right? You know, I know there's something going on in the world right now. We all know what it is with this virus. I think the Cancers are the people who are doing a little bit of that hoarding. That being said, I understand where that comes from, that it's a fear-driven response. And I think that the nature of a Cancer, which can be theatrical and dramatic, there's certainly a sign that's prone to anxiety. I think that can work the opposite way when there's something really pressing coming in from the outside, and they do need to feel like they have control over things. It gives them comfort. So I think, you know, that being said, again, you want to try, I mean, we have 2 Knights here, so this is an area that to me talks about strength, but they're moving through different terrain. So one is moving through a sort of desert terrain with a few trees, you know, things are sparse. They have a cup, they want to be giving and generous, you know, things like that. You have a lot on your mind, but you still feel in control. This second one, again, it's a little slower moving, and you know, some of the meaning behind that card is about money. The horse has more, you know, in terms of these decorative, formal, you know, the reins and so on and so forth, the saddle blanket. These are all things where this is someone who wants to take their time. But I think you're being pressed, you know what I mean, on either side. I think there's a thought that if you go slower, if you're not the first one there, if you don't get things first, then you may be held accountable for some really severe circumstances. Again, I pulled the Death card for Sagittarius and Capricorn. I think it's on your mind that if you are not responsible, if you are not holding everything up, that things may fall apart in the family. If things get worse, if God forbid there's anything where, you don't have enough supplies, I think you're, again, battling your logic and your emotion. So I would say for you, Cancer, really try to get more into the logic space. You don't have any problems with emotions. Cancers are very emotional, and that's kind of what makes them fun and beautiful. They're extremely creative people, but I think now is a time when you might want to live a little more in the world of fact, and I think that will make you feel better. The main thing is we really want to try to get you to a point where you're not feeling this, which is a lot of worry, living in your head, worry, and this person is not a person that has control. They are just so rooted in emotion. So Cancer, that's what we want to do for you going into April, is kind of get more into that that headspace where your logic lies. So as always, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.